Today, we're going to go inside the minds of Markethive and talk to the CEO of Markethive, the creator of Markethive. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Meeting the Minds of Markethive with CEO Thomas Prendergast and CTO Douglas Yates. You will get insights into the platform, its creation, and visions for the future. Here's the meeting moderator, Raymond Jewell.
Welcome, everybody, to Meeting the Minds of Markethive. Today, we have CEO Tom Prendergast, the creator of Markethive, and the brains behind the operation. The other brain is taking a trip somewhere. So we have Tom exclusively, and hopefully we can crawl inside and get a vision of the future. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, but I'm getting feedback.
Okay. Let's bring in our engineer, Steve. Steve?
It's a work in progress, Ray. I'm hitting dials and gizmos as we go.
Engineer, Steve.
There we go. I got it.
Okay, it's probably because Tom is listening to the audio on YouTube.
No, I have two different YouTubes running. So, okay.
So today we're going to see if we can get Tom to give us a glimpse of the future and maybe give us some trade secrets, if we're nice. Tom, can you give us a glimpse of the future of Markethive, where you see this platform going? Then we'll go and talk about the history and how this all came about.
Okay, well, Markethive is a combination or a conglomeration of social network, inbound marketing platform, storefronts, all combined and integrated. But it's more than that. It's evolved into becoming a digital marketing platform. And what that means is that as we build out our tools, we also build out our services. So we're very close right now to launching a banner program. Now we have what's called a loyalty program. So as a Markethive subscriber, you upgrade to the loyalty program, which is called Entrepreneur One. It's limited to 500 people. And there's going to be Entrepreneur 2, 3, 4, or 5 for different things. But this primary one is going to give you all the banner impressions for the banner at the very top of Markethive, which is considered the boardwalk, park place property of a website. So it's the premium place the banners run. As we increase our traffic, you can see that happening with our Alexa ranking now under 9,000. We're like at 8,900 something, not to split hairs. But that means that we're at about 150,000 unique visitors a day and about 25 to 50 million unique impressions a month. So what we're doing is we're going to build a exchange so that all the people in Markethive who want to run a banner ad goes to the exchange and they can buy impressions from the 500 Markethive Entrepreneur One loyalty members. They each get their share of impressions to sell in the exchange, and they can sell them for a penny, a nickel, 1/10 of a penny, a dime, whatever they want to sell them at. Now, what designates the value of those banners is the quality of the people coming to look at that banner. Well, we are assuring that we have really high quality because the whole entire Markethive system is designed to attract really high-level entrepreneurial people. So sounds complex. So what it means is this. You come into Markethive, you upgrade to the Entrepreneur One, there's only 500. We get to an Alexa ranking of like 2,000, 3,000. That means that you're going to get your share, which is around 1 million impressions a month you can sell on the exchange. So if you're selling 1 million impressions on the exchange a month, it may not be one person, it may be 500 or 600 people. Coin Telegraph sells banners. Coin Market Cap, they sell banners. Their banners, if you buy a whole month of banners from them, it's about $300,000. So I look at this where we limit it to 500 who are paying us $100 a month for that program, for that loyalty program, which includes more than just the banner exchange. We're talking the banner exchange. If you're getting 1 million impressions to resell and you're selling them for a nickel, your $100 becomes worth $50,000 a month. Why would we give that kind of money away? Because I want the loyalty. We're going to have Entrepreneur 1, Entrepreneur 2, Entrepreneur 3. We are becoming a digital media system. You've seen it. You go out there and you search things, and it's just hundreds and hundreds of pages of Markethives producing content.
So just to be clear, Entrepreneur 1 is the top.
Yeah, and it's only available right now. Once it's filled with 500, then Entrepreneur 2 comes out. It will not include the banner exchange, but it will include the press release. But Entrepreneur 1 will include the press release too. So let's wrap it up with the banner exchange. So we have this banner exchange. There's only 500 people who are making their share of the impressions available, and we get to 100 million subscribers. What do you have? Well, you have the best of everything. You have a massive amount of demand and a very limited supply. So you're going to get premium price for those impressions for $100 a month. You just have to keep paying that $100 a month for the rest of your life. Well, that's pretty much a no-brainer. I mean, you're going to make $5,000-$6,000 a month off the banner exchange. Just that for $100 a month. But you're going to stay with it. Well, what that does for us is it gives us a budget to stay with. Now, we're going to have other banners and things happening and stuff, but not the premium boardwalk. We'll have, some side banners, bottom banners and stuff, and Markethive will sell those. But the premium one, this only goes to the Entrepreneur 1 loyalty member. Now, Entrepreneur 2, okay, now we're going to segue to the press release. You go to like PR Log, their press release publishes out 1,500 news feeds or news sites. They send them an email pointing a link to the press release that you did on their website. And those writers might look at it, they might not. Sometimes it gets published in other websites, sometimes it doesn't. And it costs you about $700 to do that press release. Now, you can go do a press release at Cointelegraph, and they have an Alexa ranking of about 2,500. That means they have, I think like 20 million people a day looking at their site unique. It's a big, huge number. So when you do a press release with them, you pay them 1.2 Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin's going at right now, let's just say it's going for $10,000. So you're looking at somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 to do a press release with Cointelegraph. And all you're getting is your press release on their front page for a couple of days, and then it gets buried with newer stuff coming in, right? And they sell that day and night because they've got a massive amount of traffic. It's a great place to do a press release. I've done press releases there and had incredible signups and traffic for 3 or 4 days come off of their site, which makes it worth it. Markethive is going to do the same thing, but our press release is going to be publishing out to the 1,500 news sites like PR Log does. But it's also going to put it on the front page of markethive.com and .net and 5 or 6 other of our really high traffic websites that are all about digital media. And because of the nature of Markethive being subscriber based, right now we are now approaching 80,000 subscribers. Eventually we're going to get to 10 million, 100 million. And we reward those members for signing up into our social networks. We call it a bounty program. If you come into Markethive and you register your social networks in Markethive, we have a function for that and many reasons to do it. And then you go follow us on our top 5 social networks like Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, etc. We know you're doing that. And so our system kicks up your micro payments or your faucet payments for using our system. Yes, we pay you to use our system. We are an eco center because we have our own coin. We pay you. So it's kind of like how you mine our coin. Now, what does that mean? That means that when we get to 1 million subscribers, we'll have 20, 50, 70% of those people subscribing to our social networks. And we talk about 5 networks, 1 million people subscribe to them. That's 5 million people in your social networks. That's a huge number. Nobody else has anything like that. So when you do a press release with us, you get your page on our front page for press release, but we also publish it out to our social network. So we publish it out to 5, 10, 15, 20 million. But we also have a plugin that allows the blogs you subscribe to publish out to your WordPress. So we will have a bounty type of thing where you take that WordPress that you're plugged into and you go and you join up into one of our storefront groups saying, yeah, I want to get paid every time you do a press release. Feel free to publish it on my WordPress. You see how this is working? Because we have our own coin, we reward this behavior. So we have a lot of really positive behavior. So you've got literally hundreds of millions of people in Markethive, and maybe 2 million, 12 million, 50 million of them have WordPress sites with our plugin in it. So when we do a press release, we're putting it on our front page on 20 or 30 of our top rated sites. We're also publishing it out to 5 to 50 million in our social network. And that press release is also being published out to 1, 2, 3, 4 million WordPress sites that are all unique domains owned by unique people on unique IP addresses. Therefore, our press release system is at least 100,000 times more powerful than anything else out there. And how much? Well, it's part of the loyalty program. Well, you're already in for the $100 with Entrepreneur One. You get one free press release or included with it per month. Entrepreneur Two loyalty program begins with the press release. It's $150 a month. But what it also does is it gives you the ability to resell additional press releases, like, for a set price. Maybe you personally want to do 4 press releases a month. So you buy a package of 5 press releases. You pay $500 a piece for them. Now they're in your account. You can turn around and put them up for sale or bid in the exchange, just like you did the banner. So you can buy 20 of them and put them up for an exchange. Maybe they cost you $200, $300, $500 for them. And you tell people they can buy a press release through the exchange for $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever the going rate goes. It's an open market, right? But it's limited to 1,000 people. Well, it's going to be 1,500 because it's going to be 1,000 Entrepreneur Tour and 500 and Entrepreneur One. So now you have a limited market or a limited supply with a massive demand. And who's not going to want to do press releases? I mean, we're going to blow everybody else away by a factor of thousands, just like the banner program. Now, this also goes into the video program, the push program, the newsfeed program. There's all kinds of digital marketing services that are out there. But what makes us so powerful is that you can't pay with it except with the Markethive coin. You can earn the coin and you can buy the coin out on exchanges and transfer them into your wallet in Markethive. So you can see how this is going to maintain the value of the coin and create it
increases the value.
Nobody's ever been able to do, but we're doing it.
Right. It increases the value of the coin as the demand is there for it, and as you roll out certain other things that cost Markethive coins, then the value will continue to go up because, as you said, it's a closed system. I want to address another thing. Facebook has this thing called Boost. Are you planning on doing anything like that? And if so, can you elaborate on that?
Well, our Boost will work very similar to theirs. It'll publish out to the newsfeed. And you'll be able to choose news feeds based on geo, but not keywords, because we don't like cookie and follow you, and we don't do that. We protect your privacy. But when you'd go to do a boost like that, that boost will also include publishing to WordPress, social networks, etc. But it'll be primarily a boost system. So you could write an article or write something in the news feed, and then you can choose, I want this to go out to 100% of the members, or I only want this to go out to the people in Russia, or I want this to go out to the people in Western Hemisphere. Because we have the geolocations on that, we can do that. But yeah, that's going to be included as well. All Entrepreneur One, Entrepreneur Two, maybe Entrepreneur Three will be our boost flagship for that. Where Entrepreneur 3 won't get you the press release or the banner program, but it'll be boost. And then Entrepreneur 4 will be video advertising. So there'll be lots of different types of video or audio or digital type of advertising benefits that will just continue to roll out.
Yeah. So just to be clear, there's still some Entrepreneur Ones available, and anybody that wants them that is in Markethive can go and and get one, and be grandfathered for all the other things you roll out.
Right. And everybody needs to understand this. There's a 1/10 of an ILP with Entrepreneur 1. There'll be 1/20th with the Entrepreneur 2, 1/100th with the Entrepreneur 3, and 1/1000th with the Entrepreneur 4, and then that's where it cuts off. So what
Right.
that loyalty program means that when you pay once you've paid for 12 months, we assign you 1/10 of an ILP. You play for another
Okay.
12 months, you get another one that runs for as high as 10 years. So there's a whole lot of benefits to making money with Markethive. It's all
Yeah,
about developing our system to benefit you. I mean, this is what Facebook does. Facebook makes trillions of dollars, but it all goes in Mark's pocket. We're putting it in your pocket. I mean, we're still going to make our money. We're just not going to make $100 trillion. And everything we do, we roll back into Markethive to blow it bigger.
Just 100 million.
Yeah.
I want to let everybody know that we're going to be doing these calls, I think once a week for a while. So we don't want to blow through all of our information, but let's step back and take a look at the history of Markethive and how it came about through Wave 4, Initech, Varitek, and kind of lay that out a little bit without laying out too much, because then we won't have anything to talk about next time. So what year did you start doing all this?
It's interesting because I was just in the archive.org, again, going back as far as I could go to see what there is, PowerNet, I own that domain, PowerNet.net, Access-800. So it goes all the way back to, well, it goes beyond archive.org, only starts collecting in 1996. I go back to 1994 where I started building this.
Okay.
It started out as Lamb Associates, then it became Global.com, then it was Wave 4. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. There wasn't anybody telling me to do this. I was I was at the Supercomputer Center at UC, UC San Diego. I was rubbing shoulders with the guys that were creating Napster. And one of the guy that was, I forget his name, was at Napster's and wound up being the first investor in Facebook, was friends with my friend George Kremenik, and George was an engineer who he and I together created a self-replicating website. It was a first, creating an autoresponder, like a form, fill out the form, punch the button, and send a series of autoresponders you had control of, and it was all self-replicating. So that was the beginning of it. And the reason why I started doing that is because I saw in the network marketing and business and advertising, all that on the internet, it was all outbound. That was what was producing spam. And that was what was producing unsolicited fax machines eating up your paper. And that was really pissing me off. That was what was causing people to call you up you didn't know, trying to sell you something you didn't want. Again, that was pissing me off. So a lot of stuff was pissing me off, and I get pissed off. So I started thinking, well, what if we put out on the internet things that people want? Vacation coupons, broadcasting systems, autoresponder mailing systems, so that people went to the search engines and looked for things and they found you, they started using your service, and in using your service, now you're connected, you can call them up and talk to them about what it is they're trying to do, and maybe you can solve one of their problems for them and start doing business with them. So that was called the Hammer. It eventually became Varitek, and Varitek had the Hammer. It had Webcatch. It had Money Machine, Sohomatic. It had a lot of what we call traffic portals, and these traffic portals were producing unbelievably awesome leads. I mean, I was like, I can't call these leads. We had to call them something else. We didn't call them associates.
Yeah, I
I think we
remember
called
those
them premium.
days.
And what was happening is my subscribers in Varitek were calling me up saying, Tom, I just got like 25 of your leads yesterday, and I've called all of them, and every single one of them answered the phone. 8 of them have signed up into my business. The other 4 I'm working on, and they've become my friends, and they've all come to Varitek and they've signed up, and I'm just like crazy making money. This is amazing. Well, that was inbound marketing on steroids at the very beginning. We used to call it reverse marketing or automated marketing, but it was inbound marketing. It was HubSpot that created the term inbound marketing, by the way. But we were doing it back in the 90s. And as we cruised into the 2000s, we were integrating more sophisticated social networks. And as you saw Varitek evolve, we had a lot of old technology in Varitek, and we were bringing on more of a newer interface to Varitek. And finally I got to the point, I think it was like 2009, 2010, that the economy had gone to hell. And we really needed to rebuild the whole thing from scratch. And so, what was it, 2014 or 13, around there? I was like, I got like version 2 vision from the Lord. This is the way you're going to do it now. And I wasn't really happy about that. I was hoping I could shut the whole thing down and just go be an artist. But then we rebirthed, we called Markethive. I mean, it was just an amazing thing, the whole process. So it's everything I learned from those 20 years, refined it into what you see today. And we have probably the most powerful inbound marketing platform on the planet. It's just nobody knows about us yet, really. A very similar inbound marketing platform to us was called it's called Marketo. They don't have the social network in it. They don't have the sales platforms. They don't have the kind of mailing systems we have. They sold to Adobe for $4.75 billion. That really got my attention. I mean, I sat up for that. So what the heck? Is that what we have? So we do. We have something that powerful. And it's even more powerful because unlike the other vertical systems like HubSpot and Paragon and Salesforce and Marketo, Markethive, you can build an army into a campaign. And we've got all the tools, like our groups are now sales sites, and you can put an army of 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 5,000 people all blogging and producing traffic and rotating it and assigning it and creating a massive campaign that you couldn't do anywhere else. Now we're building an ad agency based on that. And the first company we talked to, which is $1 billion company, they're like, we don't care what you charge us. No, seriously, they're giving us like a carte blanche. All we're doing is, I've assigned it to Chris Corey, Stephen Cavan, and Annette Schwint to do it because I'm too busy with this. And they're putting together this proposal. And now another company's caught wind of what we're doing, and they're not going to do it. We want to be next. We don't care how much it costs. So now we're building this ad agency that's powered by the cottage industry capacity of Markethive. And all the talent you need is in Markethive. So it's like Markethive is an integrated social network of really talented, awesome people like you. You're a talented, awesome person. I mean, you got a PhD in economics. You've been doing this for a long time, and you're part of the culture. And you have been a very, very positive, integrated part of our culture with really good ideas and helping us move this whole thing forward. And there's thousands of people in Markethive like you. And when you take that power and add it into the platform that we have, you're off the Richter scale on the power that you can put together to create massive, massive campaigns. I can't wait to get into the politics of it when the election season comes along. Just have fun.
Buckle up.
They were worried about the Russians. I think it's funny that they think the Russians had something to do with it.
Well, on that vein, they think that the president was in tune with Russia. When I heard the speech where he said he was just kidding about, or he was kidding when he said release Hillary's emails, and now they're going, he's tapped into Russia. He's telling Russia to release their emails. So anyway, I didn't want to take this down a rabbit hole. The engineers telling me in my head. So we're running this for 30 minutes, and again, we're going to do this next week, and hopefully we'll stream it. I guess we're streaming right now through Markethive. Not sure, but anything you want to wrap up and tell people how to get to Markethive, Tom, before we go?
Well, I think most of our viewers right now, it's a handful. They already are on Markethive. Being that Markethive is a referral program, every single subscriber of MarketHive has a referral page to promote, has a profile page to promote. But if you're hearing this and you don't know where to go, just search MarketHive or go to markethive.com. It's really easy to understand the word too. It's Market Hive. Supermarket, you know, like a store,
Right.
place of business, market, hive, like a network, like a
And-
beehive, honey.
And click on
Market
and
Hive.
click on the tutorials. There's plenty of tutorials in there for you to.
Yeah, we pay you. That's another thing that we do because we're our own ecosystem. We pay you to learn. We have an automated tutorial system. It's growing, and every step that you take and complete, we pay you for it. So it's like everybody else charges you to get an education. We pay you to get an education.
Right. Okay. Well, it looks like we're at our break mark. So I want to thank everybody for coming, and look forward to having you here next week when we stream meeting with the minds of MarketHive, and hopefully we'll have Doug back with us and be able to give you more insights inside MarketHive, one of the world's greatest platforms for inbound marketing and growing your business. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And talk
Ray.
to you next week.
All right.